Good afternoon.
Afternoon, how are you today?
Fine.
Nice, thank you, nice.
Nice,
Nervous.
Joseph. Excellent. I hope that you're having good time with you and with your family. Hope everything's going good with everything right there at home. So today we are in the final Congress. So now we're going to be in the hands of the leader of the group number three. We're going to lead everything related to Congress today.
Um,
So the leader will
um,
let me know
I'm the leader.
when I have to play the videos.
And
Okay? So now I am going to
John
be
Arizona.
silent. Here we go.
So, hi teacher. Hi guys. And the name of the Congress is How to Understand the Tourist Guide in a Language That You Don't Know. And our objective is talk about three types of tourism jobs through talk and activities for the greatest understanding. So first, we're gonna talk about the tourist guide. So Laura, continue.
Okay. What is the tourist guide? The tourist guide is the face of a country, an ambassador of the cultural that is beside. Buildings, traditions, songs, and any other current manifestation that are part of um, the tangible and intangible assets of a nation in a given space. In other words, he is the cultural ambassador of a country formally recognized to carry out this work. Continue, Tatiana.
Okay. Um, the mission of the tourist guide is to informate and interpret the heritage and essence of cultures of natural interest and another tourist recurse in the specific field way in an attractive which and the awakening in the interesting which in the present accompanied and assistance using is necessary the English language and foreign in foreign language that feels great and all times. Mateo, next.
Everybody can hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Well, so the tourist guide is an enthusiastic host who is always ready to offer hospitality to special clients, national and
Matthew, we
or
can't see your
international.
face. Can you move? Can you move the camera, please?
Oh, okay. I'm
Okay, Matthew, you ready?
Que no se te escucha, no, Andrea.
You want me to play the first video, right?
Okay. The
It continue, Laura, to Mateo hosting. Continue, Laura.
Okay. The tourist guide is defined as the natural person who provides the national and foreign tourists guidance and professional information on the tourist. Cultural heritage and attraction related to tourism, as well as assistance service, which can provide its service under the modality of general guide or guide specialist in a specific topic of locality. Could continue, Tatiana.
So later, now do I have to play the video?
No, teacher. Tatiana okay, and the second competence is the provide accompanying and assistance, service tourists and visitors, and design in the interests. And the third competence is communicate the tourists, language, and other model count with the level tourists, gates, and animation users. Continue, Laura. No, Mateo, no sé.
Okay. Coordinate and produce okay. Tourist assistance. First aid and, if necessary, coordination of the entrance of the tourist in to hospital service. Punctual execution of the activities program established by the travel agency on tour operator. Control of the group of visitors over the regulations, restrictions and precautions necessary in the development of activities within group entertainment during the demonstrations of of the area. tour operator the time assigned with attraction or an activity. Continue.
Okay. It's the objective of the efficient and efficient or we tour efficient. The election administration managed on also always mentioned that an hotels, restaurants, transportations, tickets and show included in the travel plan admit and so do requires the order and forfeit. Continue, Laura.
Okay. Sometimes tours guides are instructed on what information to offer during the tour. At other times, they control all the content. In this case, they it's necessary that they investigate to matter and gather the appropriate information. They can make their tours more interesting. Draw the use of support such as photograph and or diagrams, for example. Continue, Tatiana.
It does much be prepared question answers from visitors. Question can receive from the specific event or interesting to a general historic query. If you don't know the answer, the sometimes offer great for the visitor to discuss in the information for themselves. Laura, continue.
Okay. Sometimes they have mixed functions and combine excursions with work in the store of a tourist attractions. If they work in a museum, for example, some tours require the guide to know how to act to create a suitable environment. Continue, Tatiana.
This work as I can with other ways and staff members and communicators and the courses and surprise often work on weekend and holidays. Some tour guys were in the cars that drive around the kids visits of the historic center in the historic city center. Continue, Laura.
Okay. Interest in history, cultural, and knowledge in general. Willingness to learn, a good memory, and flexibility. They also need the ability to engage with people, adjust the information content of your tour to suit each group, show initiative, ability to solve problems, and promote a good image of the company they work for. The ability to speak one or more language can be an advantage. Continue that.
This school, the tourist guide is friendly, listening skills, foreign language skills, skill for working in customer service, a good memory, ability to be punctual, organization capacity, and able to give information, and able to take the initiative. Continue, Laura.
Okay. Introduce an action element to create a suitable environment. Deal with a problem and attend to clients or query. Inquisitive mind. Patient provide visitors with accurate information, conduct research for answer to difficult questions, take information and leisure tours, responsible for health and safety. Ok, pues Matthew, no sé.
Mateo, can you talk? Mateo.
Yeah, I am going to say all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
continue.
I'm going to start with what is a. Yeah. Could you hear me? ¿Pueden escucharme?
Yes, continue,
Yes,
Mateo.
yes, continue.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes, we can hear you
Okay.
perfectly.
I am going to start with all. I am going to explain first what is a tourist guide. Okay, the tourist guide is an enthusiastic host who is always ready to offer hospitality to special clients, national or international tourists, of course. He is generally a chain traveler who enjoys the company of other people, learning about different cultures, learning other ways of life, and interpreting the world. Um, Always is self-taught and disciplined person who is constantly searching for new exotic and fantastic places that enrich here as reported of memories of the experience. Yeah, so I am going to explain about the functions of the tourist guide. The general function is responsibility of the reception, coordination, orientation, information, assistance, and animation of national and international visitors in the language of their choice. And in something specific functions about that could be reception of national and foreign visitors, accompanying of tourists, tour expensive budget management, transport to supervision, preparation of reports or to report for guide readiness, yeah, and truthful, objective, and clear information to the receiving public. Okay, everybody can hear me? Yeah?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to explain about work activities. Some of work activities about the tourist guide. The tourist guide offer an informate and international tour in certain area. Yeah, really friendly and courteous treatment to visitors, and their goal is to make your visit a placed one. Yeah, they want that your visit is placed one. And I'm going to explain you about the professional profile. I'm going to say you options or about that the professional profile that is a tour guide must have excellent interpersonal skills, good presentation and communication skills, self-motivation and enthusiasm, a clear diction, good describe skills, and a good capacity for planning and organization. That is the most important professional purpose that the guide tourist must to have. I guess that it's a must. Yeah, and I guess that I finished there because I probably lost the context with my another classmate because I have another information. So could you hear me, teacher, and everyone?
Yes, yes, everybody can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that
Yes.
I finished the teacher.
Teacher,
So
it's
either,
time to see the first commercial.
perfect, perfect. Matthias, you can hold in the line. Do not hang out, all right?
Okay, teacher. I hung up.
No, 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 no. Stay in the line.
Okay, okay.
Beautiful beaches or expensive landscape, the great diversity of fauna and flora, and the comparable gastronomy make the country a tourist power. If you want our country to be more visited every day and eyes on now travel, a company provides information in a new language prepared to acquire skills and a knowledge in the guide according to what is recommended by the user person. We're going to play that again.
What's going on with the video?
We're going to play that again, okay?
Okay.
On beautiful beaches or extensive landscape, the great diversity of fauna and flora, and the comparable gastronomy make the country a tourist power. If you want our country to be more visited every day and eyes on now travel, a company provides information in a new language prepared to acquire skills and a knowledge in the guide according to what is recommended by the user.
So continue. The second group, we are going to talk about translator or interpreters. Translator or interpreter. So first, it's important that you know the meaning of translation. So translation is the activity of understanding the meaning of a text in a language called social text, and it is to produce a text with equivalent meaning in another language. A translator or interpreter is a person whose job is to translate texts or words from one language to another. And if you want to be a translator or interpreter, you need to have some characteristics. So these are, you need to have high linguistic mastery of the mother tongue, and it's very important to the translator to have a good level in spelling, grammar, punctuation, and etc. So this ensures that the translated text is error-free and easily to understood. You must also have a high linguistic language and to better understand the message and the structure of the same time. And its wording must be impeccable for the costume accurately to be true to the original text. At the same time, you need to be creative to adapting your content to the customers. You must have a great analytical capacities and be able to extract the general concepts of a speech and transfer them clearly to the interlocutor. Must be responsible and do what his job demands. Have focus and discipline, must be committed to his work. The technology help to resolve any doubts rewarding a project and any information found may be useful for you in the future. The interpreter must have short-term memory to remember the phrase just said and be able to interpret it. But you need also the long-term memory with this, you can remember the technical or specific vocabulary, and also you have previously prepared and will need during the interpretation. And you must listen, understand all of this simultaneously, and so any distraction could make you wrong. And you must take many decisions quickly, and you must cannot afford to be overcome by nerves, zero nerves, and the effective communications depend of your good work. And finally, you must know how to go unnoticed, adapt to the protocol clothing, and all of this according to the situation or the impress, and obviously you need to be a good speaker. Continue, Dayana.
Okay. To be translator, we need know begin language at last or know for every language. We need to know scale language. In the begin language are the language in the which it will be translated. We must know translator writing material among the test requirements, article among others. A translator in some language, these are specialization to be a translator. A technical translator, these are manuals and instruction. Legal translator, these are legal texts and sentences. Economic translator, these are focused on the word corporate. Literal translator, and these are novel is easy. Okay, the companies of the employment. As master, this company is one of the best known to work as the translator. This company select translator of the world. Django. This company, it is one of the companies that go of the world. They need translator context. Verbal link. This company offers translator service, writing and subtitle worldwide. Tomedes. This company offers range of the service of some of the clients of the company are departments gubernamental, franquicias, and the companies around to the world. They are also different types of the translator. These are general interpreter, artificial translator, S1 translator, technical translator, and literal. Continue.
Okay, people, do you listen me? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The companies like, for example, I can localize, only request that with the translators be a professionals and they will should accredit the academic title in the translate area. Some companies like, for example, Textmaster,
the request of us, the translators, that we have domain of the other language and a high domain in the second language. And verbal link requests that we now interpret and write clearly text of a second language and handle 100% the native language. In the other hand, to make the main to us the we are trained. They handle the other language and they that we have of a time that we're responsibly and disciplined. Other companies prefer that we know all the handle of the new technologies because they are great tools for the developed for Greek's language. Uh, how much money normality we earn? This is your question, right? In Colombia, the translator earn approximately 1,771,828. But these rates change in the different companies. The translators assure that money you will receive quality in our service. Finish. Next.
Can you reproduce the second commercial, please?
Sure, give me a moment. Sure. Do you want to learn another language and make the most of it? Dear translator, and kill two birds with one shot. You can work on this master of verbal and you will win around 2 million a month.
Teacher, now the third group need to reproduce the link of Vanessa in the drive.
The link is different from the one that is in the video?
The link of Vanessa, she don't have internet, so she sent you the video.
Okay, I have a video and I have a link. Is the same?
The link in YouTube.
It's different from the one that is in the video, right?
1 moment. The name is Link Video Familiar Vanessa
Link
of the video.
Wait a moment. I need to know if it's the link or in the video.
Link is the page and video is I don't know, teacher.
Thank you. Your PIN doesn't match a meeting that's ready to start soon. Enter the meeting PIN followed by the pound key.
Wait a moment.
Thank you. You are muted because a lot of people are on this call. Press star 6 to unmute. Press star 6 to unmute.
Now I'm looking for the link, all right?
Okay, teacher.
The thing is that the question is the link the same one as the video?
¿Cómo así?
Es el mismo, es que tengo dos.
I can listen you, teacher. Can you repeat?
Es que tengo dos.
Okay. No. One is the commercial, and the other is link the information of Vanessa in the group.
All right. Oh, right, because Vanessa doesn't have internet.
Yes, she don't have internet.
All right, wait a moment. I will play it. I
Thank
got
you,
the link
teacher.
now. Is this one right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Santos. In this moment, I'm talking about the familiar. I'm talking about the green history, green was produced during the Neolithic period. According to archaeological evidence, found in the Taurus Mountain. Taurus Mountain is in Saudi Arabia. There was areas of the produce and customers of when I visit from the year 5400 at Doxy, the vessel contains a rich refuse, premium grade. Although the oldest known winner was recently being sold, dating back to 600 million, which placed the oldest wine production in Armenia. Wine continue spread to the west, reaching India and Greece. And to the south, reaching Egypt, already famous in Bahia. Okay. The next step is how we is made step by step. The method of technique are the same correct wine or wood wine, what varieties are some aspects to fermentation, heat, and the temperature. In addition to the use of the type of grape, for example, in this picture, I see the process, the wine, in the fruit, the grapes, the special feature that so as not to bear the flag for red wine, the red the quality of the red wine will be determined the cleaner. The qualities of the soil and even the shape of the pruning of the bean over the years, in case as the
influence the quality of the grapes. After the cooking the grapes, alternating the pressing the crucial to extract the most in the extract and the result of cooking and pressing in restaurant style it varies. For example, in this picture is the various. This is a material. They decide to that alcohol. This is a fermentation. The fermentation is a process that constant and continuous. Control and experiment to improve the quality of waste. This is done by taking samples of the mouth and mixing in with different types of air. In temperature, the regular must ferment at temperature between 0 grados to 55 grados. The fermentation is type of one is the production of during fermentation, the tank must be drained to airflow. The wine oxygen gets clear to work faster in fermentation. The water finally was developing process arrive in the fully automated manual or combination of two. Personal justice are the to be able to recognize the color. For example, it's red, it's white, and it's like we can now here is the blue. Okay. In the previous step to the view, we are going to observe the appearance and the color of the vine for the visually also following three steps. The second is smell. Is smell. You smell the wine. And the three is the taste. Is the three and a place to be below for the top. Generic recommendation for win is for what you can to just for mayo or market. In the wine where, for example, La Ribera, La Rioja, or or wines de Garnacha is for 3 or 7 years. There is the alcohol strength of wine. The wine, they are fermented drink have an alcohol content between 3, 5, and 16 degrees. For example, in this wine is 7 degrees, in other wine is 35 degrees, and into and wine is the 11 degrees. The maximum degree of alcohol that wine is 15 degrees. For example, in the Santiago Merlot is a type of wine, the 30 degrees. and the reciting the rest. Okay, with the exception of cherries and port wine, with a liqueur for like green, have a higher alcohol content. Wine alcohol is made up of several components. The first component is ethanol, which is the honest fresh or the white label, is the sugar first percentile. The second is glycerol, and the third is methanol. The methanol is pure, soluble, and very small concentration. The manufacturation of the rice is closely related to the alcohol levels that a rice can have. For the measure of alcohol in wine, I found the spectrometer of decimeter. This is an pH meter. It's a technological measurement of the for the restaurant industry is sommelier is usually interested of recommended food and wine the combination winner. For example, in this moment I recommended the Manchester is a good wine for the dinner. The classification of the aroma and the primary aromas, for example, Dionager, the Pinot Black is a vine flower chamomile. The Verdejo is a coloring tropical fruit. In the primary aroma flavor, I find Merlot, red berry. In secondary aromas and tertiary aromas, I found the Tempranillo is a wine of the style. The Tempranillo is similar the taste. And then two finally, I found the Garnacha is a dry flower and salad. And Cabernet Sauvignon is a balsamic. The Cabernet Sauvignon, I found this wine. In conclusion, what is the sommelier? Sommelier is a people for specialists in wine and grapes.
No me veo.
Okay. Origin. The origin of the wine is after the variety of the grain and the method of vinification. The objective characteristic that must influence the final result of the wine is regulation. Continue Ingrid.
Hello guys. Materials. The materials are rye grapes, honey, leaves, and filtered water. Elaboration stages. First, vending and disdain. Selecting rye grapes to know how much sugar add. Second, crush. Breaks the skin of the grape to extract the juice. Third, fermentation. The fermentation process begins. 4. Molecular fermentation. In this process, we seek to eliminate acidity. And finally, refine nuances and aromas of the wine we can bottle. Next, Sarita.
Okay, machinery. At each stage of elaboration, there are many instruments and machinery that are being used. Use of all times, shapes, colors, and sizes. These elements are winery, the stemmer, screen pub, with hopper, and word gear. It is changer, centrifugal pumps, tubes, and scrape, pretzel, and mobilis pipes. Continue Ingrid.
Astringency. We say that is an astringent wine when tannins are present, which causes the sensation of friction between the tongue and the palate. Continue, Sarita.
Okay, wine taster. He is a changer of tasted different
Rachel, I
than
recommend you to decrease the volume of your speaker. Decrease the volume, bájale el volumen a los speakers, porque hay mucho eco en tu llamada. Thank you.
¿Así?
Yes, better.
Okay. Wine taster. He is in changer of information of tasting different times of wine of their nose, sensations, and smells, and to be able to jump after the tasting the characteristics of the wine and is the expectations and its quality and the smell well. Continue Ingrid.
Balance. With side which say that it is a balanced or elegant way when the aromas and flavors are adjusted correctly. Continue.
Okay. Dimes of wine glasses. For wines, wine with speaking, smelt, red, miscellaneous, champagne, rose, dessert white, burgundy, uh, burgundy, chardonnay, flute, and cherry. Thank you.
So, Lida,
The third commercial.
okay, sure.
Thank you.
I am a comedian. This is a house wine merlot. Oh, I am a comedian. This is a house wine merlot. Of the year is 100,541, and in special Chile is going to enjoy your dinner because it's a good wine for your special dinner. If you don't know, this wine to show for dinner called a sommelier.
And so, guys, we will start with activities. The first activity is do the plus that I sent you in the English group. One moment.
So they have to do the puzzle, right? This puzzle, right? Laura?
Sorry. I sent you in the group of English the puzzle, so you have 8 minutes, so do the puzzle.
I'm going to play the countdown timer for 8 minutes, right?
Okay, teacher.
They have to send you any evidence.
When you finish, you send the capture that you finished the
Screenshot
plus in the group.
in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes,
8 minutes starts now.
yes.
So the leader of the team of the Congress will capture all of these screenshots that you're sending on the WhatsApp group. And there are 6 minutes left. Hurry up. Now we can see that some of you are sending evidences now. Remember to write who's the owner.
Theo is in the team. He don't. It's not necessary
Oh,
that
right.
he.
Sure. All right. I just forget. Don't worry, Matthew. You don't have to do this because you're part
Thank
of
you,
the club.
teacher.
Okay, thank you.
Less than 1 minute, so hurry up. We have 28 people in the class, so it means that we have to have 28 screenshots.
Okay, can pop leader.
Teachers, people don't have a good internet, so for the people have 3 minutes more, but the second activity is a soup of letters.
It's a word search.
Yes, teacher, I'm now send you in the group the activity.
What do they have to do?
Find the words that is down and in WhatsApp with the pencil
the words in circle.
Great. So you have to use the pencil on your WhatsApps. So
Yes,
you have to
teacher.
find the words and send the screenshot when you finish. How much time do they have, Lida?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. So 12 minutes begins now.
Have a pencil, so you open the picture and in circle you find the words.
Is it clear, Sneda?
Yeah. She says, oh, clear.
Okay, thank you.
Could you listen me?
Yes, yes. Good to you.
We could hear you. Yeah.
Hermoso.
Very nice, very nice. Congratulations. What's your activity? You finished both of them? Did you finish both of them? Very nice, Lizette.
Sorry, how many?
Excuse me?
How many activities do we have?
3.
Okay. Everybody changing. Later.
And now the third activity and the last is a crossword.
Crossword on the WhatsApp.
In the WhatsApp, yes, I send you in this. Wait a minute.
Okay. How much time do we have for this?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Fifteen minutes begin now. There's now the software. To the word you have to look for. Oh, it's online, it's interactive, very nice. And there's how to do it. So if you using instrucciones, you can read here how to play it. Is it clear, people? It's interactive, so you can type the letters, you know? It's okay, people? People?
Okay, teacher.
All right. Very easy. I will play some music. Erika, don't get hurt, can't build anything. When will I learn? She push it down, push it down. Yeah, I'm the one, good time call, phone's blowing up. Ring on my doorbell, I feel the love, feel the love. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Come back, I do come. I'm not weak. I'm you give me all of you.
teacher, for the
Teacher.
call.
Thank you, teacher.
Teacher, in 10 minutes or something like this, I sent the certificate of attendance.
Very nice, very nice. So people, congratulations for all of you, for this wonderful Congress, for this great activity that you were doing. Thank you very much for your time and for everything that you are doing on these activities. And see you by the next class. So on Thursday, we're going to meet here and I will explain you how we're going to do the final activity. Okay, so on Thursday, you receive your final activity where you're going to use everything that you learned in this Congress and you're going to use it with information that you research in order to show something different, something by your own, individually. This is going to happen by next class, next Thursday. People, have a nice day. Take care of you. Take care of your loved ones. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. And thank you very much, people. Have a nice and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
So teacher, thank you so much for the call. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. Thanks.
Bye, teacher.